Now, what's your view of disability? Thankfully, I think it's starting to change in the UK particularly, but there's still more to be done, and it's being done by people like model Chelsey Jay. Good morning.
Hello, thanks for having me on.
A pleasure. You're really wanting to change attitudes, aren't you, with the charity Fixers, but attitudes to disabled people in what way?
Well, I think that there's this very much an old-fashioned view of disability, and really what I was trying to do with Fixers is just take that and just chuck it away. And we're the next generation of models. We're real, you know, we are disabled, but why can't we have a place in fashion?
Yeah, and you're doing this with Jack Ayres, who we've had on the programme before.
Yeah, he's from Models of Diversity, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and it's important, isn't it, to have two young, good-looking people on saying, look, you know, we're as hot as anybody else, in effect, aren't you?
Thank you. Yeah, I think it's important because I think I get a lot, oh, you don't look disabled, or how is disability supposed to look? You know, you can't define it, and that's what we're trying to say. Like, you know, we are young, we still do exactly the same stuff as other young people, we just happen to be disabled, and that's the key point, really. Is it a
tough line to try to change attitudes? Because people do have this view of saying you don't look disabled. Will it make a difference going into things like fashion and music and all these sort of areas where actually there is a focus on sort of fitness and attractiveness and all that sort of thing?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's key because you've got to think disabled people cannot see themselves represented. Being young, I mean, this is why I'm so glad Fixers got in contact with me, because being young and not being able to see yourself, you feel isolated, you feel like you're not part of anything. If you had disabled models, if you could see them in magazines, if you could see them on the catwalks or cat rolls, obviously in my case, if you had this, it would, that awkwardness would go, you'd feel more comfortable. I think especially for children growing up, you know, even if they're not disabled, you need to see disability, and you need to see it in the, you know, the real way, not the, oh, can I speak, can I say that?
So does this mean, you know, as you say, on the catwalk sort of issue, or is it, can it start as simply as seeing, you know, mannequins in shop windows who are
absolutely.
In chairs?
To be honest, it's a grand scale. It is very large, but you know, we need to have brands like big high street brands, you know, online brands. Disabled people use online a lot. You know, you need these brands to be, you know, using disabled models and incorporating us.
But do you feel like the battle's half fought, that the public are willing to come along and change their perceptions?
The public love it. The public love it. That's why, like my video, my Fixers video has done so well because it's so well received. People, you know, people actually like to see realness, and you know, how real can you get with disabled people?
So within all of this, you do feel you've got the momentum behind you at the moment.
We have, yeah.
How do you keep pushing it?
To be honest with you, we're just very real, we're very consistent. You know, you have to keep on with this. We're Fixers. I'm actually going to start going into unis, having chats with fashion students. You know, if the people that, you know, that are in power in brands now aren't going to see it, then hopefully, you know, the next generation of fashion will.
Well, I hope they do. I hope you'll keep us up to date with how that goes. It'd be good to monitor the progress.
I will.
Chelsey, great to see you.
Thank you
very much
Thanks
indeed.
very much.